So behind me is currently named Cortlandt Lake. It was originally dammed up in the early 1700s, so this is Tibbetts Brook, the lowest end of Tibbetts Brook. Dammed up in the 1700s. The Van Cortlandt family were the folks who owned it. However, they had a few enslaved peoples that actually dammed this location then, and so what they did was they had them build a couple of mills right over to the west of us, and there was a sawmill and a grist mill, and so that was not necessarily a source of income for them. The Van Cortlandt family was extremely wealthy, so I think it was just something for them to do on their land and to build out from there. So it's a really interesting location. There's a lot of issues that happen when you have a pond that's been dammed up for 300 plus years. So we're kind of dealing with a lot of that now in terms of management and maintenance. The stream starts in Yonkers, and you have a lot of like sinuosity, as you would in a natural stream setting. And the stream actually originally flowed right past here south through what is now the Kingsbridge neighborhood, and then also the Marble Hill neighborhood too, and opened up into the Spuyten Duyvil Creek, which is now part of kind of dredged out and has become the Harlem River and the Harlem River Canal.
The bedrock there is actually Inwood marble, whereas most of the bedrock around here is Fordham gneiss, and so it's actually like super eroded and flat and like open, and the soils are really healthy, and so you end up having like this flat open area that would be great for farming. You had this stream which was tidal all the way up, so you had oysters, which is a year-long food source.
A stream is constantly moving, and so a natural stream like this would have had a rocky bottom, and it would have continuously had like a good amount of flow with oxygen moving through and having that high levels of dissolved oxygen in the water. And when you have a ponded system like this, you don't really get that anymore. So what we end up seeing is actually an extreme drop in dissolved oxygen during the summertime as the water heats up, and that ends up that can be very dangerous for fish species. But yeah, so we end up having like an extreme different amount of fish that are here. So instead of having stream species that might have possibly been able to live here, like they definitely wouldn't be able to now, but trout and darters and things like that. You're having more of warm water species, so you're having a lot of bass and perch and suckers and things like that are good for fishing, and it's great for like the fishing community here, but not quite what would have naturally been here if the stream were still here. And then you have just a whole slew. We have probably more Canada geese than anyone would ever want. And the idea is really just to create a healthy forest and watershed that surrounds Tibbetts Brook, because the brook right now has a watershed of about 3,000 acres, and almost half of that is Van Cortlandt Park. So we can do a good amount here to improve the water quality.